So you've spent decades climbing the corporate ladder, and now you're kind of wondering, okay, what's next for me? Well, if that's you, you are in the right place. What we're going to do here is build a real, practical roadmap for turning all that hard won experience into a coaching business that's not just profitable, but also full of purpose, especially if you're over 40. Oh, this feeling, it's so common, isn't it? That little voice in your head that says you need a green light, some kind of external validation before you can really truly start. You're waiting for someone, anyone, to give you permission to call yourself an expert, to charge what you're actually worth, to build something that's just for you. But what happens when that permission just never shows up? Well, do you get a wake up call? And for the author of our source material, this was it. $847 left in the bank, with a mortgage payment breathing down her neck. That's the moment when waiting for permission stops being some abstract mindset issue and becomes a cold, hard financial reality. It's the point where you have no choice but to stop waiting and just start building. Honestly, this waiting game is the single biggest hurdle for so many people. You're out there searching for approval that deep down you already have the authority to give yourself. So let's really dig into what this trap actually looks like, okay? It shows up in so many different ways. Maybe you're telling yourself, I just need one more expensive certification, then I'll be ready. Or you're waiting for an old boss to give you their blessing. Or maybe you're just looking for some kind of sign from the universe that it's the right time. But really, all of it, every single one of those things, is just a different flavor of waiting. Okay, so let's totally switch gears here. What if the perfect blueprint for your super modern coaching business isn't modern at all? What if it's actually like 2,000 years old? Because we're about to look at some data that completely flips the script on who's actually in the best position to succeed at this. Okay, so check this out. This data from MIT Sloan is pretty wild. It turns out the average age of a successful entrepreneur is 45. And get this, founders over 50 are nearly twice as likely to build a high growth company. So, all that chatter in your head about being too old, this data basically says, nope, you're right on time. In fact, your age, that's your competitive advantage. And here's where the opportunity really is. We're talking about a $5.34 billion industry, and it's just getting bigger every year. And look at that number, 72% of coaches are women. This isn't some old boys club you have to fight to get into. It's a market that's already powered by experienced, knowledgeable women. It's waiting for you. So, who is this ancient blueprint we're talking about? Her name is Lydia. Now, for a second, let's just set aside any religious context and look at her purely as a business person. This woman ran a luxury goods empire back in the Roman Empire, selling an incredibly exclusive product, purple dye, to royalty and the mega wealthy. We're not talking about a side hustle here. This was a serious, highly profitable enterprise. So think about what Lydia didn't need. She didn't have a business degree, no fancy certifications on the wall, no one giving her official permission to start. But what she did have, oh, it was so much more important. She had high paying clients, a profitable business that gave her resources, and real social influence. She didn't wait around to be chosen. She just got to work and built it herself. Okay, so how does this ancient model connect back to you right now? Well, your most powerful asset isn't something you need to go out and buy. It's the 15, 20, even 25 years of experience that you're probably totally undervaluing right now. I mean, really think about it. You've led teams through tough projects. You've solved incredibly complex problems. You've navigated corporate chaos and somehow kept things from completely falling apart. I'll bet people are already coming to you for advice. Old colleagues, friends, people you're connected with on LinkedIn. That is your real credential. That is all the proof of expertise you'll ever need. So let's call them what they are: permission traps. These are the little lies we tell ourselves that keep us stuck. It's thinking you need just one more certification, all while someone with half your experience is out there landing a $5,000 client. It's waiting for the perfect time that, let's be honest, is never going to come. Or it's waiting for proof that people will pay you for something you haven't even put out there yet. And this right here is the mindset shift that can literally save you years of second guessing. It's already your turn. You see, the market is what decides if you're qualified, not a piece of paper. And the market is more than ready for your experience. You just have to finally give yourself the approval to start. So, how do we actually go from all this mindset stuff to taking real action? And listen, it's not about writing some huge, complicated business plan. It's about taking the first few clear, totally manageable steps to just get the ball rolling. I want you to completely forget the question, am I qualified? Instead, ask these three questions. Number one, what specific problem am I uniquely good at solving? Number two, who out there has that problem and has the urgency and the budget to pay for a solution right now? And number three, how do I package my experience into a profitable offer instead of just giving away free advice? See, this is about clarity, not credentials. So, what does this actually look like in the real world? Think of it this way: your corporate background is basically a gold mine of profitable niches. Executive coaching, helping people with career transitions, business strategy, these are all high value problems that other professionals will gladly pay good money to solve. You already know the world they live in, you already speak their language. That's your unfair advantage. Okay, getting your first client. It doesn't have to be this big, scary thing. Just start with your existing network, people who already know you, like you, and trust you. Make a list and don't reach out to sell them something. Just ask for their insights on the problems you're thinking of solving. Then, from those conversations, offer just 2 or 3 spots in a beta version of your program at a reduced rate in exchange for a killer testimonial. That's how you build momentum and get proof that this works. All right, let's zoom out for a second and think bigger, because building a coaching business, it's about so much more than just replacing your corporate income. It's really about creating a platform for your purpose and doing it completely on your own terms. And this brings us right back to Lydia, and really the ultimate lesson from her story. She didn't have to choose between her business and her purpose. She used the income and the influence from her business to support the causes she deeply believed in. You see, her business wasn't a distraction from her purpose, it was the engine that funded it. Profitability and purpose are not enemies, they are partners. So we end with this one last question for you. After seeing the data that says you're at the perfect age, after seeing the 2,000-year-old blueprint for success, and after seeing the clear first steps you can take, what are you still waiting for permission to build? Your experience is more than valid. The market is more than ready. It is already your turn.